Hey everyone, welcome to the Rustic Nerd Dad. If you're watching this, you clicked the link, saw the thumbnail, you already know what we're getting into, so I'm not going to make you wait. We are reviewing the Wolverine cowl from Jordan's Ironic Armory. And let me tell you, this thing is absolutely amazing. Um, you can see the slight blue tint in the winged area of the mask. Um, Getting right into it here, you can see the details. I opted mine to have kind of basic weathering. It's not overly heavy. Um, I didn't want to go all out. Now, Jordan offers different levels of weathering, which is great depending on how beaten up you want your Wolverine to look. Um, but yeah, so what's really neat, I guess, for me with this particular Wolverine mask is um, when the Deadpool and Wolverine movie came out, and shortly after, I started talking to Jordan on Instagram um, about the details in the mask because I was doing a lot to try to get it accurate and get things to match up. And then the Disney parks came out with the Wolverine character appearing at the parks alongside Deadpool. And Jordan was able to get some really fantastic images of that and be able to match his 3D file up right up to the images of that. And it was just really neat to see Jordan's process and communicate with him a bit while he was working on it. Um, One thing that I was really hoping to show you guys is so it does have like the screen printed looking texture, like the details of all the 5 lines, I believe it is, um, going across, which is great. It's captured, the details captured extremely well in these casts. Um, and it shows really well. You can see as I move it through the light. But I was really excited to show this matched up to like the pro cosplay suit, the screen printed one. Unfortunately, that hasn't arrived yet. So when that does come in, I will compare this to the suit so you can see. But in the meantime, I have a glove here with the screen printed texture from Leather Fashion Valley. Or excuse me, not Leather Fashion Valley. This is from White Sheep Leather. Um, this is from my brown and yellow suit, but it uses the same screen print across their suits, and it's pretty much, I think, the same as Leather Fashion Valley anyway. But you can see the squares, like the line areas, are actually a lot bigger. It's kind of hard to get the lighting here. But yeah, you can see smaller, bigger, a lot bigger. And there's only 4 lines, I think. Yeah, there's only 4 lines on the texture of the glove. Which I think that if there was a 5th line to just tighten those lines up just a bit more, it wouldn't be as bad. It wouldn't be as noticeable. But I think the gaps in the lines is what's kind of, I don't want to say killing it, but anyway, either way, I mean, they're still nice. Um, and honestly, at this point, I'm kind of tempted to get another one of these just to go with my brown and yellow suit. Um, Maybe get a clean one up, and then when I weather that one, I'll weather it myself. But I'm glad that Jordan weathered this. A, because again, I got a little bit lazy, but B, it gives me a really good starting point for weathering my pro cosplay suit when it comes in. Um, I'll be able to match it very easily and well to this. Um, that being said, Jordan does offer a balaclava to that matches up with this, which uses screen printed material. I opted not to do that, just mainly because the pro cosplay suit comes with one. Um, and I mean, Jordan's fantastic, so I feel like, if I were to order another mask, it wouldn't be a big deal for me to get another balaclava with it or something down the road. I mean, all I have to do is communicate with him. And like I said in previous videos, he communicates very, very well. Um, but yeah, the detailing on this is great. And I know there are 3D print files like Vec 3D. The files look immaculate. They look great. Um, the main thing is it's a 3D print. It's hard. It's not malleable. It's not flexible. Now, granted, I know you can get flexible resins these days, and there's a lot of stuff I could do, but I also there could be a lot of failures. Um, Whereas with this, it's done, it's cast, um, it's ready to go, and it's beautiful. And again, like I said in my other videos, at this point, I would rather, when I can, support other makers that are reliable. And Jordan is a very reliable maker. Um, Another thing that's neat is the detailing for this is the stitched areas actually look like it's stitched, like it's raised. It's not just like lines, whereas some files, like 3D files, have just basically lines there. This is actually, this is where weathering isn't kind of like doing it justice, but like you can kind of see it from this angle. You can see that it's raised just a bit, kind of like the pressures there from the stitching, which is really, really cool. I love that. So it makes it more believable. Um, if Jordan ever came out with like a more screen accurate one, um, where like the front attaches on, I think I would, I think I would die happy, like the happiest person ever, because I would be just so cool. Because the detail on this is fantastic. Um, but there would be so much R&D to go into that, it wouldn't be worth it for them. Because yeah. Um, but anyway, again, you can get different variations. Like if you wanted, to have it where it was just like the top, just the top part that Wolverine has at the end of Deadpool and Wolverine. Um, I'm pretty sure he's made that, and it looks fantastic. That's severely weathered. Again, now that I've got this in my hands, and I absolutely love it, I might end up getting a couple different variations of this Wolverine mask robe. I very much enjoyed this. Um, but I do love that he's got that very, very my lighting is not doing this justice at all, by the way. But this is blue, and then the inner eye area is black. Um, it is he's got that down, and it's nice because it doesn't have like I've seen a lot of people do these cowls, and they like to do almost like a metallic sheen for the blue. And to me, that's a mistake, primarily because in the movie, when you're watching it, it mostly looks black. Um, in DC, this is where you can actually kind of learn from that, because, Batman's the way Batman's drawn in the comics, it's like, supposed to actually be a black cowl, but the lighting and the way the comic is, it's got a blue kind of coloring to it. Um, this is a great example of what and how that could be done. Just the right dark navy blue um, in the darkness looks black, but just enough light and you can see the blue. But anyway, um, let's get this puppy on. So Jordan sends these, and I'm sure you could, if you really wanted it to not have it, you could ask. But he has it where it's split right in the center, the bottom of the chin, and it's got Velcro holding the chin together. Um, Now remember, I have a 22.5 inch head, and this only comes in 24 inch. Now, right here, it's like, oh, that doesn't look too bad, but I can move this front and back, side to side, not so much, but more front and back. That's where a lot of these masks get me. Um, but now this is the funny part. So I'm gonna do the chin as it's cast, and I've got all this extra room. So like I could, like, if I really really wanted to, I probably could get some foam inserted inside to like really push it up against my face, and I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't be a fan. I want it to be comfortable. So that's where I will be using both a mixture of foam as well as cutting the chin down a little bit to better form to my face. So for example, if I just, do that, it's already looking a lot better. Obviously, that wouldn't be there because it'd be trimmed off, like it would be trimmed shorter, but it's already staying on a lot better. Um, but yeah, this, it fits, like it looks great. And what I do like too is for my situation anyway, is that when the balaclava comes in with the suit, I'll be able to even size this even better. So like I'm not going to trim this anytime soon, just because I want to wait till the balaclava comes in, and I want to be able to set it up in a way that I've got I've got enough space. I want it to look right. Um, but yeah, this thing looks great. Um, you know, I can't get over this. I just absolutely love it. And I love that it comes down, like it comes pretty far down on the back. Um, I know not all the 3D files offer that. I mean, a lot of the newer ones do. But again, just to have this as a cast piece, so it's rubber, um, you know, it it's lightweight. That's a thing too. A lot of urethane rubbers can feel really dense. Um, this is actually extremely lightweight, and it's very breathable. So I'm sure at a hot convention, um, no matter what you put on, you could be sweating buckets. But between the lenses and just the sheer lightness of this cowl, um, it it feels really really good. Um, yeah, I hate, like, it's crazy because it's like I actually love this so much that like I really really want to get one just to have in my office, um, just sitting there, because I'll have one. I'll have one with the suit, but I just, I want to have like a grail one that can just sit there. Um, Maybe it'll end up being this one. I don't know. But I just absolutely love this thing. Um, and I've been so excited for it to come in and get my hands on it. Uh, just because I knew the quality. I shouldn't say I knew, but like I had a very good idea that the quality would be very, very well worth it. Um, and it was very much worth the wait. So I highly recommend it. Reach out to Jordan. I mean, he'll answer your questions. Um, and he'll definitely get you a very high quality, respectable product. Um, and like I usually try to find things that I'm generally, I wouldn't say like unhappy with, but things that um, could be improved upon. And like really, like he's got his paint method down. Um, the file is immaculate, the design is immaculate, um, the cast is immaculate. Like it's super duper clean cast. And that's one of actually my biggest pet peeves with a lot of makers is their casts usually end up being like trash essentially. Um, but yeah, like it's it's pretty darn fantastic. Now that being said, I mean I probably like knowing that I have a small head, I could have probably asked for like another layer of urethane or something in it. But you know, I'm used to modding my stuff, so and that's a risk that I would have been taking, as well as Jordan. You know, and respectfully, I don't want to put a maker in that position if I can help it. Um, so I'd rather be able to mod it myself. But that's the only, I guess that's the one thing I guess I could say. I wish that he made a smaller version of this mask, because you know I've got another one of his. So then the mask I'll be debuting on July 1st fits me like a glove, and it would have been amazing if this was like that. Not gonna lie. But like I said, it's no biggie for me to modify this. I've been dealing with cowls and masks for a long time, and I've been used to having a 22.5 inch head, whereas most of the masks in the market are like 23 to 24 inch. So I've been doing that for a long time. But anyways, thank you so much, Jordan. This thing is absolutely beautiful. So glad to have, so glad to finally have this in my hands. And like I said, I'll probably be getting more. So, all right. But yeah, if there's any specific questions that you'd like to know, let me know in the comments. Again, keep an eye out for the video on July 1st. There'll also be posts on Facebook and Instagram. Um, and you can always reach me there if you have any specific questions. Anyways, thanks for watching, and have a good one, guys. Till next time.